Water means a higher chance of bacteria. The CDC issued a health advisory for a rare, deadly bacterial infection. Wink News anchor Emma Heaton joins us live now. Emma, where has this bacteria been found and how worried should we be about what's in the water?
Chris, it can be found in the salty Gulf Shore water or in brackish water where the fresh water meets with the salt water. If you have any open cuts or wounds, then doctors and the Florida Department of Health say it's best to err on the side of caution because according to the CDC, Vibrio vulnificus is known to cause life-threatening infections. If I told you this deadly flesh-eating bacteria could be caused by what's in the water, you'd probably think twice about going in, right?
I think everybody should be cautious and they should be aware of their own personal risks.
Lee Health Dr. Ian Gonsenhauser says caution and awareness are key to preventing Vibrio vulnificus from getting into your bloodstream. The CDC issued this health advisory for the rare bacterial infection, which can kill. You can become infected a couple different ways, through a wound that comes into contact with the Vibrio bacteria in the water, or by eating raw or uncooked food like shellfish. So far this year, 7 people in Florida have died of the infection.
It's not particularly common to be actually affected by it. I mean, the vast majority of people who probably at some point have come into contact with Vibrio don't end up getting an active infection.
Not particularly common doesn't mean never, which is why it's important to know your risks. FGCU marine science professor Hidetoshi Yurikawa told me people who are more susceptible are immunocompromised or go into brackish water with a wound. And the professor says that wound doesn't necessarily have to be open.
If you have a mosquito bite, then so you scratch, then that's a problem.
And if you're like Professor Yurikawa and you like to fish, be careful. You have more time to be exposed to the bacteria, and if you get a hook stuck on you, there's another wound allowing that bacteria in. Again, this is rare, but the CDC says worth a warning after an uptick in the number of flesh-eating cases and deaths. And if you have any of those common symptoms after being in brackish water or eating seafood, such as nausea, diarrhea, or a headache, or fever, you need to go to your doctor. Live in Bonita Beach, Emma Heaton, Wink News.